Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today we're gonna do one of the most talked about builds that I think nobody actually ever runs, except for Catone players who do run it. But we're gonna talk about Drain Force today, and we're gonna use my all-time favorite character to highlight a cool kind of memey Drain Force build. So let me show you the build real quick before I go in, because Drain Force is one of those things real specialized. So I want to show you how to set it up, and I want to show you how to not set it up. So what works for Drain Force? It's a move that is typeless, absorbs HP from the enemy. Here, let me show you the move real quick here. It's in Soldier Subjob. Here it is, Drain Force, small damage based on your own maximum HP. I have every other damaging move from Aileen turned off and only Drain Force on. So there's that. Now, she does not have any support abilities that buff her HP, so I went for gear. Here is a Vital Platinum Armor that I almost was able to max out the HP on, but I'll settle for 921. I'm also running the Chocolate Flan Earrings. This gives me 25% HP for 3 turns when the battle starts, and they have a nice little chunk of HP on them themselves as well. And I'm using Warrior of Light's TMR for a buff that this actually will give me a 30% HP buff at the beginning of combat. You don't need to level this up. It gives the 30% HP no matter what. So I really like that setup. Alternatively, if you farmed the Azure Dragon armor, this has a nice amount of HP on it and also gives you a max HP buff. The thing is, it won't stack with the Chocolate Flan Earrings buff, but you could use this as a replacement to like these other 2 pieces of gear, and then like equip a spear if you want some backup piercing damage. Those are kind of the ways to think about building Drain Force. Now, what affects Drain Force? Like, how can you pump up that damage to make it do a little more? I'm going to jump into Odin right here and show you, and it has to do with Man-Eater. So this is a Drain Force setup, in my opinion, for an Esper. You can see I have all of the Man-Eater on Odin opened up, and then because I don't need slash attack, I don't need attack, I went for missile resist and slash resist, just be as tanky as I can, heal myself back up to HP with that Drain Force, then I picked up a little bit of accuracy. Alternatively, I could go for an Esper with a bunch of HP on it, like a Golem that also has Man-Eater. The thing is, with Aileen, she's pretty dang slow, so I didn't want to use Golem instead of Odin, but you could. You absolutely could use Golem. Then, the vision card I'm using here is Elephalacocaris, the Earth Deer. I'm using that because it gives HP up and Man-Eater 10, both of which will help the Drain Force build, so I really, really like that. Now, what will not boost Drain Force? What will not boost Drain Force are things like Promptu's new wristband, where it says Man-Eater up on physical attack. Nope, Drain Force is not a physical attack, it's completely typeless and elementalist. It has no element. So this won't work for it. Neither will like Earth attack. However, Eaters, like if you had a Lightning Eater on your Esper, that would work. So there you go. That's my setup. The rest of it, I'm running Golem just to give more HP to the group. And then I'm just going to go try and find some lightning teams, because when you run Golem as a vision card in your group, you want to take advantage of this 20% lightning resist. And when we get into fight, Aileen is going to have 10,000 HP. So let's talk real quick. Here, we'll try an RNA. We'll try it. It's a level 113 RNA. Let's see how we fare here. And let's talk about some of the pros and cons of a Drain Force build and how it's going to get better specifically for Aileen once we get her Master Ability 2 and they buff, or anybody who gets Drain Force buffed later. It's a really powerful move. It has 5 uses in a fight. It's pretty cheap, and so you have a chance to use it a lot. The big problem with Drain Force in its current state is it has range 3 and range height 0. So you literally have to be standing within 3 spaces of the unit on a flat plane to even get Drain Force off. And I think in this first fight right here, what we're going to end up seeing is the big drawback of it. Like, Aileen is definitely not going to be able to get in range to Drain Force RNA right there. Instead, she just has to buff herself and run forward, which is going to give RNA a chance to jump on her, even though Aileen was faster. That's an oops. And so, anyway, she hit her and she didn't kill her because she's not going to kill her. It's a level 113 RNA. I want to see what kind of Drain Force damage we can get, though, on a non-lightning element unit. Now, Aileen is going to have to run up next to her, and Eileen's low HP. So here we go. Drain Force, 6883. It's a one-shot. Eileen's back to full HP, and the mean build comes in clutch with the win. Hold on. We can do better than, what was that, 6,800 damage? If we can find a lightning unit to drop a Drain Force on, I think we can do a lot better than 6,800 damage. So, beautiful thing about Arena, and I know there's always people in my comments who are like, of course you beat the counter element teams, Orange. Yeah, guys, that's called Arena 101. Fight the teams you think you can beat to score more points. However, maybe we run into a situation like this. Oh, here's a lightning team. Perhaps. Nope, it's a Noctis. So, okay, maybe you run into a situation like this where you can't find a lightning team. Sure, let's just fight any physical damage team we can find. Here's Kosciuszko. He's a former guildmate of mine, a friend in the game. Let's go Earth versus Earth. I have a bad feeling about this. Like, inside my, I imagine his team is more optimized for actual, PvP brawling it up, where my team has a completely meme build character and is built anti-lightning through Golem. I have no accuracy built into my kit. I don't know. I anticipate some problems here, but we'll see. Maybe he's built for anti-magic and we catch him off guard with physical and typeless damage. That's going to be the hope. Now, here's how I want this to work, by the way. Notice how Aileen went after her counterpart there on the right. One thing about this map, as Oberon one-shot Zazan, is that right side is kind of a 1v1 duel. So the thought process behind my build here, and let me big screen it here so you can get a little bit better view of all these beautiful graphics. One of the thought processes here is I wanted Aileen to go after the person she's against so they can hit her using up some of their AP. She gets low health and then can Drain Force it all back. 59-53. It did not one-shot the Noctis. He's too much of a beefy boy with, maybe unit target resist, but she's full health. And now he's over there really still trying to work her over. However, I think we're going to see another drawback of the Drain Force build. Notice how he's on some stairs? No, she was able to find the right height. I was a little worried the range height wouldn't work out perfectly right there, but she did it. She beat him, and our little meme team is we're kinda hanging in there. Okay, let's do another fight. That one was fun. That was Earth versus Earth, and Aileen just Aileen was like, Noctis, I know you're a new unit, but guess what? I'm an original to the game, first ever crossover FFBE unit. I'm going to take you down. Now, lightning team, please. Lightning team, please. There's no lightning team. So, okay. Is it just all Earth? Here's an ice team. Ooh. Valentine's Day Salier, really bad matchup for Aileen. We're not going to do that. We're not going to just walk in to a terrible matchup. This could be okay. It's a King Ma Arnea Glaciella. So, okay. Let me restore some orbs here. I'm going to maybe skip a few fights off camera and look for a lightning squad to fight specifically. Okay. I couldn't find one. I did skip a fight, but we're into the top 1,000 of Arena right now. Lightning, not the strongest thing out there, so we'll settle for this. It's a Ruinstern Black Rose Helena, and then the enemy tank, Warrior of Light, across from Aileen. So I think the person we're fighting here made an interesting choice, putting their tank on the far right side of the map. That is, like I said, that is the duel area on this map. And so you end up with a ton of 1v1s over there, unless one team is sort of sucked to one side or the other by turn 0 hate. But Warrior of Light is not a turn 0 hate unit. He is a unit who has to buff his own hate, so that will let Aileen get her 10,000 HP buff online. She does get taunting spelled by Warrior of Light, but it only does he ain't a mage, so his magic damage is not really impressive. Things are looking good for us here. Things are looking good for us. But we don't care about winning the fight. Honestly, we just want to see what kind of damage Aileen can do to Warrior of Light. So let's full screen this. I like to zoom in. The graphics are pretty dang cool looking. There's Kaladin Stormblessed himself killing the enemy team, and Eileen's out of range for Drain Force. Once again, the drawbacks of Drain Force are range height and range. Now, if you want to build an anti-Drain Force build, Team Ever, and you're wondering how to do that, single target resist is the way. Here it comes. 6878 Warrior of Light could not tank through that beautiful Aileen Drain Force. It is a very tough move to tank, right? Single target resist is about the only way to do it. So there you go. All right. Hope this was a fun video, guys. The Drain Force build, this was in the comments. I just asked on my YouTube channel, like, what you guys would want to see. Drain Force build was on there. I was already working on this. I've been working on this video for this team idea for a couple of days. There it is. It's been fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe and all those good things. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.